2 away for the Liberal BeeJays as we enter the top of the second. The BeeJays leading this one 2-0. 2 quick outs in the top of the second. Sorry about that. Not sure what happened. We got the audio issue fixed. One pitch to Colton Kaiser comes in, moves the count to 2-1. Two count now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Deuces wild across the scoreboard. The 2-2 pitch from Caden Blair comes high and in, a full count now. So we will see the payoff pitch from Blair. Caden Blair getting the start on the mound tonight for the Dodge City A's. The payoff pitch, a high pop-up. It will be on the infield and in and out of the glove of Peter Tassler. So Kaiser will stay alive, and we will see a payoff over again. So we will go back to work. A 3-2 count, the payoff pitch again from Caden Blair. He'll fire in, a swing and a miss. Kaiser will go down on strikes, and that will complete the inning as the BeeJays go down 1-2-3 in the top of the second. The BeeJays lead this one 2-0. When we return, it will be Gallion, Williams, and Tassler due up. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. One 0 count to Alex Gallion as he leads off the bottom of the second. The A's trailing 2-0. The 1-0 delivery grounded to the shortstop, throw to first in time. 1 away for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Nolan Williams, and he will take the first pitches from Slatton tonight for the Liberal BeeJays. Slatton getting his first start for the Liberal BeeJays. The first pitch taken inside for ball number 1. 1-0 count to Williams. Pitch missing inside again, makes it 2-0. Winds blowing out of the south here at Cavalier Field. And that pitch right on the edge of the zone makes it 2-1. Two-1 pitch fouled off. Evens the count at 2 apiece for Williams. 2-2 delivery. Comes inside and the count runs full to Williams with 1 away. Payoff pitch coming from Slatton. Kicks, fires. It'll be swung on and missed. 2 away for the Dodge City A's. And that will be the first strikeout of the night for Slatton on the mound for the BeeJays. And that brings in the catcher, Peter Tassler. The first pitch to Tassler taken on the inside edge, down in the count, 0-1. A's and BeeJays here tonight. A Rocky Mountain League contest, as is the Larks and Denver Cougars in action up in Hayes. A 1-1 count to Tassler. That pitch will be hit foul. It will go out of play. 1-2 the count. The A's might as well just have people set up residency out past the clubhouse in the field in order to gather foul balls. That pitch grounded to the shortstop, throw to first in time, and just like the BeeJays in the top of the second, the A's go down 1-2-3. We're headed to the top of the third. It is a 2-0 ball game. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Well, the BeeJays turn the lineup over here in the top of the third, back at the top of the lineup. Since we didn't get to hear the lineups to start the game, we'll go through it really quick. For the BeeJays, the lineup is this: Webb, May, Polk, Garcia, Jackson, Calder, Schaefer, Kusamoto, and Kaiser, and Slatton on the mound. 0-1 count to Isaac Webb. That pitch missing outside, evens a count at 1 apiece. Webb hitting .427 on the season for the Liberal BeeJays. The 1-1 delivery coming from Caden Blair. The pitch misses low, moves the count to 2-1. Caden Blair on the mound for the Dodge City A's. 2-1 pitch, grounded to third, a fair ball, throw to first in time as Rodriguez feels it, throws across the diamond, and a Webb Gym catch by Brian Gardner at first. One away for the Liberal BeeJays. That will bring in Owen May. May hit a home run over the right center wall his last time up. First pitch to May, misses low and outside for ball number 1. Owen May batting .406 on the season for the Liberal BeeJays. And I made a comment early in the broadcast as we were doing pregame. The BeeJays road weary. I was hearing my counterpart over in the other side of the press box, Brock Kappelman for the BeeJays, on the radio call, saying that they left early Sunday morning and have not been home since. That pitch, a curveball, the front door bender in for strike number 1. 2-1 count, comes back inside, just missing the zone, makes it 3-1. 3-1 delivery coming from Blair. A fly ball that will get down in the gap. A diving attempt by the center fielder Schneider, and the ball will get all the way to the wall, and Owen May all the way to third. Another extra base hit for him tonight, a home run and a triple so far in this ball game. Walker Polk at bat now. He himself, the second home run that gave the Liberal BeeJays the 2-0 lead, and it was a line shot right down the right field line that just cleared the wall at the 3:30 mark for Polk. First pitch he sees grounded to the second baseman Gallion, throw to first in time, 1 away, a run scores. The BeeJays now lead this one 3-0. 2 away for the Liberal BeeJays, and that will bring in the left fielder Mateo Garcia. Garcia a double his last time up, and it was a diving attempt by Nolan Williams. Not able to come up with that one that allowed Garcia on at second. A line drive right past Jordan Rodriguez, runner aboard for the Liberal BeeJays. And the BeeJays continuing to put on a hitting parade here tonight. 3 runs on 6 hits and 1 error for the Liberal BeeJays. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 error for your Dodge City A's. Runner aboard and 2 away. Brings in River Jackson. Jackson a fly out to center his last time up. River Jackson hitting .311 on the season for the BeeJays. The first pitch coming from Blair. Takes that one on the inside for ball 1. Caden Blair working from the first base side of the rubber. As he steps off, he'll step back on and come set. 1-0 delivery, fouled back into the netting, moves the count even at 1 apiece. Dodge City A's will have a night off tomorrow night. They originally were supposed to have played the BeeJays at home tomorrow, but due to an umpire issue, that game moved to Monday night. So the A's will travel to Liberal on Monday for these Liberal BeeJays, the final game of the league series. The BeeJays currently lead the series 2-0. A 2-1 count to River Jackson. Blair comes set. The runner goes, a swinging strike, a 2-2 count to Jackson, and a stolen base for Garcia. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Deuces wild across the top of the scoreboard here at Cavalier Field as we have made our way into the top of the third. Caden Blair looking in and has his sign and come set. 2-2 delivery, grounded, and it is cut off by Jordan Rodriguez. The throw to first not close to being on time. And runners now on first and second. So that will bring in Ethan Calder. Calder grounded out to second his last time up. Ethan Calder batting .361 on the season for the Liberal BeeJays. The first pitch that he will see coming from Blair on the outer edge, called strike. Down in the count, 0-1 is Calder. BeeJays scored 2 in the first, now 1 here in the third to lead this one 3-0. The A's held scoreless through 2 innings so far. The backdoor bender gets Calder down in the count 0-2. Blair takes a breath. The 0-2 delivery, grounded to the shortstop. Throw to first in time. That will end the inning for the Dodge City for the BeeJays. The Dodge City A's coming up to bat. When we return, it will be Brian Gardner, Jordan Rodriguez, and Juan Rivera due up. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Brian Gardner leads off the bottom of the third for the Dodge City A's. Takes the first pitch he sees from Slatton for ball number 1. 1-0 delivery, a high fly ball sent out into right field, and Calder on his high horse comes up with it. 1 away for the Dodge City A's. 1 away, and that will bring in Jordan Rodriguez. The A's finalizing their first trip through the batting order here in the bottom of the third. Held scoreless as the BeeJays lead this one 3-0. The first pitch to Rodriguez, taken and fouled off down to the BeeJays bullpen. Down in the count, 0-1. 0-1 delivery coming from Slatton. Fouled off into the backstop, makes it 0-2. To delivery, grounded into the gap between first and second. It will roll out into right field. A hit for Jordan Rodriguez, runner aboard for the Dodge City A's. Just the second hit of the game for the Dodge City A's. And we will go back to work as the lineup turns over to Juan Rivera. Rivera would get on an error and then would be thrown out at second. The first pitch to him, taken low for ball number 1. One 0 delivery, a runner on for the Dodge City A's with 1 away, and that pitch, a ball that misses, moves the count to 2-0 for Juan Rivera. Rivera batting .297 on the season for the Dodge City A's. Takes that pitch outside, moves the count to 3-0. 3-0 delivery coming from Slatton. Comes set, the delivery misses inside, a 4-pitch walk. 2 on for the Dodge City A's. So that will bring in Cooper Schneider. Schneider a single, the only other hit in this ballgame for the Dodge City A's. Schneider batting .276 on the season and will face Slatton for the second time this game. 2 runners on, Rodriguez at second, Rivera at first. Rodriguez with a big lead off, and the first pitch in to Schneider, called strike. Down in the count, 0-1. Slatton with the 0-1 delivery, comes set, looks back at second. Pitch misses low, makes it 1-1. One delivery, 2 on for the A's, and a fly ball sent foul. 1-2 the count to Schneider. One-two pitch. Slatton comes set. Looks back at second. The delivery called strike 3. Schneider down on strikes. 2 away for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Jordan Black. Black flew out to right back in the first inning. Black averaging 221 for the Dodge City A's. The first pitch he sees coming inside makes it 1-0. Black, the fifth hitter of the inning for the Dodge City A's. Slatton comes set. Rodriguez with a lead off of second. The pitch missing inside makes it 2-0 to Jordan Black. Jordan Rodriguez on at second. Juan Rivera at first. 2 on, 2 away for the Dodge City A's. Slatton comes set, takes a look back. 2-0 delivery, missing down low, makes it 3-0. He's already walked one this inning and in danger of walking another. It is Juan Rivera on at first. He drew the 4-pitch walk. Slatton comes set. Delivers outside, another 4-pitch walk. That will load the bases. And Carter Olson coming to bat for your Dodge City A's. Olson grounded out to short his last time up. The defensive alignment for the Liberal BeeJays is like this. From left to right in the outfield, it is Garcia, Kaiser, and Calder. And from third to first on the infield, Jackson, Webb, May, and Polk. Slatton on the mound, and his battery mate behind home plate is Silas Schaefer. The defensive alignment for the Liberal BeeJays is that quick visit between Silas and Slatton. We will go back to work, bases loaded with 2 away for the Dodge City A's. Carter Olson steps in after having grounded out his last time up. He is hitting 172 on the season. Time is called as Olson steps out. That pitch coming inside, and the first pitch a ball to Carter Olson. 1-0 the count. One 0 delivery, missing high, makes it 2-0. Dodge City A's and Liberal BeeJays here tonight playing Game 3 of the Rocky Mountain season. Pitch misses out. 3-0. Actually, that pitch was called strike, a delayed call. Two 1 delivery. Misses low and outside, makes it 3-1. The last strikes thrown came against Cooper Schneider as he would go down looking. That was 2 batters ago as Jordan Black would draw a 4-pitch walk. A 3-1 count right now to Carter Olson. Bases loaded, 2 away. And Slatton looking in. Has his sign and come set. 3-1 delivery. Misses high. He will walk in a run. The A's get their first run of this ball game as Jordan Rodriguez will come in to score a 3-1 ball game, bases loaded with the Dodge City A's. 3 straight walks is what is on the base paths right now. Juan Rivera over at third, Jordan Black at second, and Carter Olson now at first. That brings in Alex Gallion. Gallion batting .299 on the season for the Dodge City A's. The first pitch from Slatton, called strike over the outer edge, makes it 0-1. The 7th batter of the inning for the Dodge City A's with Alex Gallion. Bases loaded, 2 away. Gallion, a scalding line drive up the third base line, gets Rivera twisting. It will fall foul. Down in the count, 0-2 is Gallion. BeeJays starting to move around in the bullpen. We will see if they start to get someone ready. 0-2 delivery coming from Slatton. A fly ball that will drop foul down the bullpen line, and that will keep the count at 0-2 for Alex Gallion. About 4 foot to the right, and that ball would have been trouble, possibly a bases clearing double for Gallion. 0-2 delivery again from Slatton. And Gallion throws his bat, fouls it off the end of it to remain alive. 0-2, the count still to Gallion. Bases loaded, 2 away as Slatton comes set. The delivery missing outside, 1-2 the count now for Alex Gallion. Gallion, a conquistador in his collegiate career, played right here on Cavalier Field. 1-2 delivery as Slatton comes set. The delivery missing outside again. That will even the count at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Deuces wild across the scoreboard. Two-two pitch. Fouled off into the netting. And Gallion continuing to battle here, working an extended at bat against Ryder Slatton. Slatton looking in, has his sign and come set. Another 2-2 delivery. Misses outside, and the count runneth full. Bases loaded, and a payoff pitch coming from Ryder Slatton. Slatton struggling to maintain contact with the zone here in the third. 2 away for the Dodge City A's, and the A's looking to break this one open right here. Time is called, and Gallion will step out of the batter's box. Gallion wearing pink batting gloves here tonight. Some bright pink gloves. The payoff pitch from Slatton comes set. The delivery, it is a chopper fielded by the shortstop. Throw to first in time. The A's will leave them loaded. Not able to take advantage of 3 free bases in this inning. They score 1. But trail this one 3-1. We're headed to the top of the 4th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. We've made our way into the top of the fourth. And it will be the 7, 8, and 9 hole hitters for the BeeJays due up this inning. Ball 1, 2. Silas Schaefer takes the second pitch for strike number 1. A high fly ball that's headed out towards center field, and Cooper Schneider there to haul it in on the warning track. One away for the Liberal BeeJays. So Schaefer will fly out to right, then flies out to center here to start the fourth. Kusamoto up for the Liberal BeeJays, grounded out to the pitcher Blair, his last time up. That one framed for a while. Called ball. 1-0 the count to Kusamoto. 1-0 delivery, missing outside, makes it 2-0. Pitcher throwing down in the bullpen for the Liberal BeeJays. So I would expect to see a change soon, if not to start the inning. I would assume that Slatton would have a short leash. The 3-0 pitch, called strike on the outer edge. 3-1 the count to Kusamoto. 3-1 delivery coming from Blair, fires outside, and runner aboard for the BeeJays. That will bring in the 9-hole hitter Colton Kaiser. Kaiser struck out swinging his last time up. Kaiser batting .304 on the season for the Liberal BeeJays. He will step in to face Caden Blair for the second time. 1 on, 1 away for the BeeJays. Throw back to first, not in time. And we will continue to play here. Kaiser steps back into the batter's box to await the first pitch from Blair. Pitch delivered, a chopper to the third baseman Rodriguez. He'll bobble it as it goes through his legs, an E5. And the second error of the ball game on the Dodge City A's. Runners on first and second with 1 away, and that will turn the lineup over to Isaac Webb. Webb 0 for 2 in this ball game. Actually 1 for 2. So he would hit a double in the first inning, but be thrown out trying to take third to stretch it into a triple. First pitch in to Webb, missing for ball number 1. Isaac Webb batting .427 on the season for the BeeJays. Has a .471 on-base percentage and a .573 slugging. That pitch called strike, catching the outer edge, evens a count at 1 apiece with 1 away and 2 on. 1-1 delivery, caught on the outside edge, makes it 1-2 the count to Isaac Webb. Kusamoto on at second, Kaiser on at first after the error by the third baseman Rodriguez. 1-2 pitch coming from Caden Blair as he comes set. Lights on here at Cavalier Field. Looks back at second, delivers, and that one gets away from Peter Tassler. A passed ball will move Kusamoto over to third. Runner in scoring position for the BeeJays, and runners on the corners. 1 away. A 2-2 count for Isaac Webb. Webb grounded out to Rodriguez his last time up. 2-2 delivery. Check swing by Webb, and the count runneth full. Countdown on the scoreboard. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And the payoff pitch coming from Caden Blair. Runner goes, and the throw down to second gets away from Gallion, covering at second. The BeeJays score 1 as the doubles advance. I almost said double steal, but it wasn't really a steal. RBI ground out for Owen 1, the count to Owen May. May 542 on base percentage, 453 slugging for the BeeJays. Runner at second, 2 away. That pitch popped up. Blair tracking it, and he'll take it on the infield for out number 3. And that will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th. It is a 4-1 ball game in favor of the Liberal BeeJays. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Hunter Phillips takes over the mound for the Liberal BeeJays. So Ryder Slatton will go 3 innings, allows 2 hits, walks 3, 1 run, strikes out 2, and faces 14. It is the night for Ryder Slatton as Nolan Williams steps in to face the new pitcher. First pitch he sees missing for ball number 1. 1-0 delivery. Hit foul. Evens a count at 1 apiece for Williams. The 1-1 delivery coming from Phillips. Catching the outer edge of the zone makes it 1-2. Hunter Phillips, in his 7th appearance, has started 3, an 0-1 record. And that pitch hit foul will do the 1-2 over again. Phillips allowing 17 hits, 12 runs, 7 of them earned, has walked 15, struck out 29. A 2.953 ERA, and Williams will foul that one off to stay alive. Count remains 1-2. Phillips with 21.1 innings pitched, made his last appearance against Game Day back on June the 9th, and that pitch so 1 on for the Dodge City A's. And that will bring in the catcher, Peter Tassler. So Nolan Williams. Williams batting at .241 on the season for the Dodge City A's. And now Tassler steps in batting at .310. The first pitch he sees taken for ball number 1. Runner aboard for the Dodge City A's with nobody out. The A's left them loaded in the bottom of the 3rd, would score just 1 run, but leave the bases loaded. That pitch fouled off, evens a count at 1 apiece for Tassler. One delivery coming from Phillips as he holds his arms out. That pitch, a front door bender, gets the strike. Tassler down in the count, 1-2. That pitch, a throw over to first instead. Not in time. Phillips looking in, has his sign come set. 1-2 delivery to Tassler. A ball low will even the count at 2 apiece. Two count now to Tassler as Phillips looks in, looks over at first, and comes set. Delivers down low, the throw down to second. Not in time. Williams in with a stolen base. Runner in scoring position for the Dodge City A's, and the count runneth full for Peter Tassler. Payoff pitch coming from Phillips as he has his sign and comes set. Phillips with a unique delivery, holds his hands out stretched away from his body. That pitch grounded to the shortstop, and they go for the fielder's choice at third, not coming up with it. And runners on the corners for the Dodge City A's. And so rather than a fielder's choice, it will be a throwing error on the shortstop. Both errors in this ball game committed by the shortstop Webb. The A's will elect to put a courtesy runner on, and the courtesy runner will be Bryson Adair. So that will bring in Brian Gardner. Gardner himself flew out to right field his last time up. Brian Gardner batting at .208 on the season for the Dodge City A's. Runners on the corners. The first pitch fouled off down to the BeeJays bullpen. Gardner down in the count, 0-1. Runners on the corners. And 1-1 count. Phillips looks over at first. Comes set with his hands held out. 1-1 delivery coming inside. Called strike. Has Gardner down the count 1-2. 1-2 delivery. Pitch missing low and outside. That will even the count at 2 apiece. Pitch was grounded to the second baseman, May. They'll go to first for the out. Gardner a RBI ground out as Nolan Williams will come score, and the A's have cut the lead in half at 4-2. One away for the A's. Runner in scoring position. Jordan Rodriguez steps in a single, his last time up. Pitch high and inside. Ball number 1. Jordan Rodriguez batting .271 on the season for the A's. .20 pitch. Phillips comes set. Rodriguez fouls that one over to the first base dugout. 2-1 the count now for J-Rod. The A's making a switcheroo out in the coaching box as Coach DeVille now out in the first base coaching box. That pitch fouled off over the press box. Evens a count at 2 apiece for Rodriguez. 2-2 count. And Bryson Adair on at second, the courtesy runner for Peter Tassler. The 2-2 delivery missing inside, and the count runneth full. Seems that we've been saying that quite a bit here tonight. Another payoff pitch for the BeeJays pitching staff. Phillips set, looks back at second. The payoff pitch misses high, and that will put a runner on. Runners on first and second for the Dodge City A's, as that will turn the lineup over to Juan Rivera. Rivera himself drew a walk his last time up. Got on via an error in the first. Juan Rivera, a .443 on-base percentage and a .341 slugging percentage this season. Rivera takes the first pitch high and outside for ball number 1. Schaefer popped up quickly, faking a throw back to second. Nobody covering, so not able to do a throwdown. The 1-0 delivery is fouled off. It will go foul out of play over the party pavilion. 1-1 the count to Rivera. Dodge City A's trying to win this Game 3 of the 4-game series in Rocky Mountain play after being swept by the Hayes Larks in 4 games. A little flare missed by the third baseman Jackson, and that will load the bases with 1 away. The third error of the ball game. One 1-0 count to Cooper Schneider. 4-2 for the Liberal BeeJays. A 1-1 count to Schneider. Pitch missing outside. Makes it 2-1. Cooper Schneider would get caught looking his last time up. Schneider 434 on base percentage, 333 slugging as Phillips comes set. A 2-1 delivery, bases loaded, a high fly ball for Schneider. It's over the third base or left fielder's head, played off the wall, and 2 runs will score. Schneider caught in the rundown, drawing in the third run, and it is thrown away out into center field. The 4th Liberal BeeJay error in this ball game. Give Cooper Schneider credit for a single, and he will advance to third on the error. Still 1 away, and the A's have taken the lead 5-4. First pitch called strike to Jordan Black. 4 runs have scored here in the bottom of the 4th. The A's lead now 5-4. A pitch tight inside will even the count at 1 apiece to Jordan Black. Black walked on his last time up. Jordan Black, a 379 on base percentage, 441 slugging, and that pitch missing out makes it 2-1. That pitch called strike will even the count at 2 apiece. 1 away, runner on third for the Dodge City A's. 4 runs have scored off of the single and error by Cooper Schneider, and some high baseball IQ. Let's talk about that play for just a second. Extremely high baseball IQ by Cooper Schneider to stay out on the base paths and try to draw in the third run, which he successfully did, and then the throwing error by the second baseman May. As they were trying to catch Schneider in the rundown, they threw it out into center field. Schneider able to advance to third on the throwing error by the Liberal BeeJays. A full count to Jordan Black. Payoff pitch coming from Phillips. Fouled back into the net. Jordan Black staying alive as the A's continuing to work full counts and working pitch counts against the BeeJays pitching staff. Don't be fooled, though. The BeeJays a problematic team for the Dodge City A's, but a road-weary team at that. Pitch high and inside, and that will put runners on the corners for the Dodge City A's, and that will bring in the 9th batter of the inning in Alex Gallion. Gallion grounded out to end the bottom of the 3rd. I stand corrected. Carter Olson stepping in, the 8th batter of the inning. I was ahead of myself by 1. I apologize for that. Runners on the corners. A high fly ball by Carter Olson that drops fair right just inside the line. Olson digging for second. The throw in, not in time. Olson safe at second. A stand-up double. And give the big man the extra base hit as the A's putting on a display. Gallion now at bat, the 9th batter of the inning for the Dodge City A's. And it was Gallion that would ground out, that would leave the bases loaded in the bottom of the 3rd. The A's have scored 5 so far in the 4th to lead this one 6-4. Runners on second and third, and Gallion will take the first pitch he sees and fouls it off. Down in the count, 0-1. By the way, Carter Olson was first pitch swinging when he delivered that one down the right field line. 0-1 delivery coming from Hunter Phillips. The pitch comes inside, and a front door curve that didn't get into the strike zone gets Gallion twisting, evens the count at 1-1. Alex Gallion, 365 on base for the Dodge City A's, a 313 slugging, and a blooper out into left center field. As the center fielder bobbles it, the throw in will overthrow into the infield. 2 more runs score, and the A's lead this one 8-4. The A's have doubled up the Liberal BeeJays after trailing coming into the fourth 4-1. The A's have scored 7 in this ball game, and it will be Nolan Williams coming in as he led off this inning. The A's have batted around. Nolan Williams would draw the leadoff hit by pitch to set this entire inning in motion. So far, just 1 away, and the A's have scored 7. The pitch missing outside makes it 1-0, the count for Williams. Nolan Williams, 348 on base percentage, 418 slugging on the season for him. 1-0 pitch, grounded up the third base line. It will go foul and even the count at 1 apiece. One away for the Dodge City A's. 1-1 count to Williams. The delivery, a ball chopper back up the middle, and the throw errant. Another error by the Liberal BeeJays. Another throwing error by the shortstop Webb. A run scores. The A's lead 9-4. Runner in scoring position with still just 1 away. So that will bring in the catcher, Peter Tassler. Tassler, a single the last time he was at the plate earlier this inning. And the A's have scored 8 with 1 out. The first pitch in to Tassler for strike number 1. Peter Tassler, a 412 on base percentage, 405 slugging for the Dodge City A's. Phillips looking in, has his sign and come set. The 1-0 delivery. A fly ball that will get out to left field, and this one's trouble. The throw in to second, not in time. 2 away as they attempted to double off Nolan Williams. That will bring in Brian Gardner. Gardner grounded out to the second baseman, May, his last time up. And the A's having to send batting gloves and shin guards and everything back to the dugout as the A's have batted around. The 12th batter of the inning at the plate right now with Brian Gardner down in the count 0-1. Gardner, 382 on base percentage, 245 slugging, and the 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. Down in the count 0-2. Brian Gardner, the first out in the inning after Nolan Williams let off hit by pitch and a single by Peter Tassler, as both of those would come around to score. That pitch misses low. It makes it 1-2. 2-2 the count. Strike three called on Brian Gardner, as he will be the first and third out of the fourth inning. But the A's lead this one 9-4 as we head to the top of the fifth. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. A 30-minute bottom of the fourth for the Dodge City A's, as the BeeJays come to bat trailing for the first time in this ball game. A high fly ball, and that one playable by Cooper Schneider, as Walker Polk will fly out to center, first pitch swinging to lead off the fifth. One away for the BeeJays, and Mateo Garcia comes in. A double and a single so far in this ball game for him. The first pitch from Caden Blair, taken outside for ball number one. That pitch misses outside as well, moves the count to 2-0. The BeeJays led the A's 4-1 going into the bottom of the fourth. The BeeJays with 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth. The A's with 1 in the third, and then the bottom of the fourth happened. 30 minutes to score 8 runs to make it a 9-4 ball game in favor of the Dodge City A's. 3-0 count taken inside, a 4-pitch walk by Mateo Garcia, runner aboard for the BeeJays. And just the second walk issued this game by the A's pitching staff and Caden Blair. That will bring in River Jackson. Jackson a fly out to center and a single. Let's take a look at the defensive alignment for your Dodge City A's. In the outfield from left to right, as the front door bender misses for ball number one. In the outfield, it is Juan Rivera, Cooper Schneider, and Nolan Williams. Around the infield from third to first, Jordan Rodriguez, Jordan Black, Alex Gallion, and Brian Gardner. Of course, Caden Blair on the mound, and the battery mate behind home plate, Peter Tassler. 2-0 count to River Jackson. 6 straight out of the zone by Caden Blair. Peter Tassler goes out to have a conversation with Blair, and we will go back to work. Pitch called strike, moves the count to 2-1 for River Jackson. So the A's will have tomorrow night off due to an umpire shortage. Will play these BeeJays on the road Monday evening in Liberal. 7 p.m. start for that ball game, and a 2-2 count now to Jackson. And an alteration to the schedule next week. The A's will no longer have games on Tuesday or Wednesday, as the Cage Rats not playing in Dodge City next week. 2-2 pitch is fouled off, and we will go back to work. So the A's will have Tuesday and Wednesday off after those games originally scheduled, taken off the slate. They will host these Liberal BeeJays again next Thursday right here at Cavalier Field. A swing and a miss, and that will send River Jackson back to the dugout, 2 away for the BeeJays. So the A's will play their final league games of the season next weekend as the Game Day Angels come to town. Those will be double headers, I believe, 5 p.m. starts both days, with the second game to follow shortly. Bobbled by the first baseman, Gardner, but the throw in time to Blair covering first, and that will end the inning. No damage done. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Well, the BeeJays opting for the pitching change after the disastrous bottom of the 4th for the BeeJays. The A's plating 8. And it will be Jordan Rodriguez to lead off here in the bottom of the 5th. 0-1 delivery, missing outside, evens a count at 1 apiece. 1-1 count, missing low, makes it 2-1 for Rodriguez. Rodriguez a single and a walk so far in this ball game, makes him officially 1 for 1. 2-1 delivery from Williams, missing low. 3-1 the count now for Rodriguez. Rodriguez getting his third at bat here in this ball game. The 3-1 pitch misses high. And another walk drawn by the Dodge City A's. That will turn the lineup over back at the top of the order with Juan Rivera. Rivera would get on an error in the first, a walk, and then an error by the third baseman in the fourth. So 2 errors and a walk for Juan Rivera. And the first pitch he sees misses high for ball number 1. Rivera with 91 at-bats on the season, 27 hits, 23 of those have been singles. 2-0 count to Rivera as the A's have turned the lineup over, starting now their 4th trip through the batting order. That pitch foul tipped will make it 2-1. Lights coming into effect here at Cavalier as the sun begins the process of setting here in Dodge City. That pitch fouled off, evens a count at 2 apiece for Juan Rivera. 1 runner on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The A's leading this one 9-4. The A's with 9 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. The BeeJays 4 runs, 7 hits, and 4 errors of their own. That pitch right back at the pitcher Williams. The sliding grab by the shortstop Webb. Throw to first in time. 1 away. Runner in scoring position for your Dodge City A's. Williams actually gets good contact with his glove. That might slow that down enough to where Rivera would get on. Nonetheless, 1 away. And that will bring in Cooper Schneider. Schneider on via a single and would advance on an error. Schneider would come up with bases loaded in the 4th and would hit a single that would get out into left field. And then with his baseball IQ, 2 runs scored, gets a lead off of first, draws hit tension to him to allow the 3rd run to score to give the A's the lead at the time. And the A's would not look back and continue to score more throughout the rest of the 4th inning. A 2-0 count to Cooper Schneider. Cooper Schneider with 24 hits on the season, 19 of them singles. The pitch inside called strike makes the count 2-1 for Schneider. Winds calm here in Dodge City as the flag pointing straight down after winds were blowing from the south to start this game. That pitch missing low. 3-1 the count to Cooper Schneider. That pitch called strike, a count that has run full for Cooper Schneider. We will see the payoff pitch coming from Connor Williams. Connor Williams came in to start this inning and misses outside on the payoff. Another walk drawn by the Dodge City A's. Both runners on via the walk so far in this ball game. That will bring in Jordan Black. Black has walked twice. Flew out to right and has walked twice. First pitch he sees missing outside for ball number 1. 7 walks issued by the BeeJays pitching staff so far in this ball game, added to 1 hit batter, and a 3-0 count now to Jordan Black. Jordan Black steps in with 15 hits on the season, 7 of them singles. 3-0 delivery with 1 away. Coming from Williams, it misses outside. A 4-pitch walk to Jordan Black, and the bases loaded again for the Dodge City A's. 3 straight innings. Yes, 3 straight innings the A's have loaded the bases with base runners. The A's would leave them loaded in the bottom of the 3rd as they were only able to score 1, but taking advantage of multiple miscues by the BeeJays in the bottom of the 4th. Bases loaded here, 1 away, and the first pitch to Carter Olson missing for strike number 1. Sure looked like a ball to me, but it called strike nonetheless. That pitch high and inside. Olson not happy as he will take a step out of the batter's box. Go back to work, a 1-1 count with 1 out, bases loaded for your Dodge City A's. A swing and a miss. Olson down in the count, 1-2. One, 2 delivery coming from Williams. Has his sign. Williams comes set. The delivery, a golf swing fielded by the shortstop, throw to second for 1, throw to first, not in time, and the BeeJays not able to turn the double play as 1 run scores, and the A's now lead this game 10-4. The first pitch to Alex Gallion. A sliding catch by Kaiser out in center field, and that will end the inning for the Dodge City A's, but they played another one, lead this one 10-4. We're headed to the top of the 6th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Silas Schaefer leading off the top of the 6th for the Liberal BeeJays. The catcher fouls off the first pitch he sees. A fly out to right and a fly out to center, his night at the plate. 0-1 count to him. And the delivery missing low, evens a count at 1 apiece. 1-1 delivery as Caden Blair looking in. Has his sign, comes set. Delivers low, moves the count to 2-1. Two one pitch. That one, a front door bender that doesn't bend enough, makes it 3-1. That pitch catches the outer edge of the zone, and the count runneth full to the catcher Schaefer. Pitch misses high, and Caden Blair will walk the leadoff hitter for the BeeJays here in the bottom of the 6th. The BeeJays will go to a courtesy runner, and it will be Owen Barger on the base paths tonight for the BeeJays. That brings in Ryoto Kusamoto. Kusamoto a walk, his last time up. Ball gets away from people outside the fence, and we will go to work. Runner on, nobody out for the BeeJays. A fly ball out into center field that will put runners on first and second with nobody out. And here come the Liberal BeeJays trying to make this one interesting here in the middle innings. Runners on first and second, nobody out, and Colden Kaiser will step in. A strikeout and an error on him. First pitch he sees from Caden Blair, high and inside for ball number 1. Activity getting started down in the A's bullpen. Fugayambe starting to warm up for the Dodge City A's. 1-0 count to Kaiser. As Blair fires, that one missing high as well, moves it to 2-0. A good crowd on hand here at the ballpark for a Saturday evening game. 2-0 pitch. Catching the outer edge of the zone makes it 2-1 for Kaiser. Schaefer on at second via a walk. Kusamoto hitting the single out into center field to put the 2 runners on. 2-1 delivery, a fly ball going foul and out of play will move the count even at 2-2. Blair steps off, takes a breath, and will step back on. Looking in. Gardner on about a step into the infield. The pitch misses out, and another full count. Silas Schaefer would work a full count and would win the battle as he would walk on, and another full count here to Colden Kaiser. Payoff pitch coming from Blair. A fly ball headed out into left field. It will drop about 2 foot into the fair line, and it will be a double, and now a throwing error will advance Kaiser to third, and another run scores. The BeeJays now trailing 10-6. Another error by the Dodge City A's. Runner on third. 2 runs have scored. The Liberal BeeJays, 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, now 2 in the sixth. Your Dodge City A's, 1 in the third, 8 in the fourth, and 1 in the fifth. The BeeJays trailing this one 10-6. Nobody out. 2 runs have scored and another runner on at third. That will turn the lineup over to Isaac Webb. Webb, a strikeout victim, his last time up. He will step in to face Caden Blair as the BeeJays begin their 4th trip through the batting order. A line drive out into left center field. Another run scores, and Webb will be in a stand-up double, and it is now 10-7. So that will bring in Owen May. May popped out to the pitcher Blair his last time up. The A's led this one 10-4 coming into the inning, and now only lead 10-3 after the BeeJays have scored 3 and still nobody out. That pitch fouled off by Owen May. May down in the count 0-1. May a home run, a triple, and a pop out. Makes him 2 for 3 in this ball game. The pitch, a front door bender, not bending enough, evens a count at 1 apiece. Work continues for Fuga down in the bullpen. 1-1 count. Runner goes, a swing, and the throw down to third. A leaping catch by J-Rod to save a run, but runner now at third with nobody out. 1-2 count for Owen May. Nobody out, runner on third. The BeeJays have scored 3 here in this inning. That pitch missing a little high and a little out. Evens a count at 2 apiece. And the question starts to creep in your mind is just how far will Coach Esteban Cardoza let Caden Blair go? 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and Owen May will go back to the dugout, down on strikes for the first out of the 6th for the BeeJays. That brings in Walker Polk. Polk a home run, a ground out, and a fly out. The A's leading the BeeJays 10-7. Pitch missing outside for ball 1. 1-0 pitch coming from Blair. Missing outside, makes it 2-0. Two-0 count for Polk. Pitch grounded to the second baseman Gallion. Cuts it off. The throw to first in time. Another run scores. 4 have scored for the BeeJays with 2 away. That will bring in Mateo Garcia. A double, a single, and a walk for him. The BeeJays have scored 4 to make this a 2-run ball game. 18 combined runs through the first 5 and almost 5.5 innings of this ball game. 1-0 count to Garcia. Blair fires the 1-0 pitch, missing outside. It makes it 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 2 away, 4 runs scored, making it a 2-run ball game. Blair delivers the 2-0, coming inside, makes it 3-0. Blair delivers the 3-0, taking all the way is Garcia. A strike called makes it 3-1. The 3-1 coming from Blair, looking in, has his sign, comes set, delivers, called strike on the outer edge, and the count runneth full. And a payoff pitch coming from Blair. Blair delivers, payoff, fouled off, and we will do it over again. Garcia swinging all the way on that one and just able to make contact to foul it off. We'll do the payoff over again. Blair comes set. The delivery, a high fly ball. Cooper Schneider tracking and has it. That will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. It is a 2-run ball game. The A's lead 10-8. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Nolan Williams leading off the bottom of the 6th. A swing and a miss as he faces Connor Williams. And a 1-1 count now to Nolan on a strikeout, a hit by pitch, and a single. His night at the plate for the Dodge City A's. The 2-1 count. The A's lead this one 10-8. Pitch called strike, evens a count at 2 apiece. Williams off the end of the bat, gets it out into shallow center field. A leadoff single and runner aboard, and here come the Dodge City A's. Strap it in, folks. This one could be a long one. Runner aboard, and that will bring in Peter Tassler. Tassler flew out to left his last time up. A single and a ground out and a fly out. First pitch to Tassler, catching the outer part of the zone, has Tassler down in the count 0-1. 0-1 delivery coming from Williams as the BeeJays use their third pitcher of this ball game. That one missing outside will even the count at 1 apiece. Slatton would go 3 innings. Hunter Phillips going just 1. He pitched that disastrous fourth that gave the A's the lead. The throw over to first, another error by the BeeJays as that will move Nolan Williams over to second. A runner in scoring position now for the Dodge City A's with nobody away. One count to Tassler. Williams looks back at Williams at second. A swing and a foul tip right into the lower region of the catcher Schaefer, right where no person ever wants to wear a foul ball. And we will go back to work with a 1-2 count. Connor Williams comes in to have a conversation with Schaefer. The BeeJays have been on the road 7 days. They left early last Sunday and completing the road trip here. 1-2 the count to Peter Tassler. And that pitch missing outside. Tassler checks his swing. That will even the count at 2 apiece. Williams looks back. The 2-2 delivery swung on. And Tassler will go down on strikes. 1 away for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Brian Gardner. Gardner himself a strikeout victim. His last time up, he would be caught looking. He would ground out before that and fly out. 0 for 3 is Gardner. He steps in to face Connor Williams for the first time. Pitch missing low. It makes it 1-0. Brian Gardner with 11 hits on the season, 9 of them singles. 1-0 delivery popped high. The second baseman May tracking it. He'll have it out in the outfield and trying to double off Williams again. 2 away for the A's. Runner on second, and that will bring in Jordan Rodriguez, a single and 2 walks. Rodriguez steps into the plate. He has 13 hits on the season, 12 of them singles. The first pitch to him missing outside, 1-0. Williams looks in, has his sign come set. Takes a look back at Nolan Williams on second. A high pop-up. It is still on the infield, but will fall just out of play behind the first base dugout, and that will even the count at 1 apiece. A's leading this one 10-8, and we would have to go digging in the archives for the last time that the A's stole one from the BeeJays. A 1-1 count to Rodriguez. Connor Williams on the mound, fires and misses outside, moves the count 2-1. So the A's a night off tomorrow night. That pitch, a line drive right back at the second baseman who camps right in front of it, and that will end the inning. as we head to the top of the seventh. 10-8, you've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Fuguyambe taking over the mound for your Dodge City A's. Caden Blair will go 6 innings, allows 8 runs on 10 hits. That will be the major stat line tonight as the A's lead this one 10-8. Fuga on the mound now for the A's, and his information comes into tonight's ball game, making his 11th appearance overall, 4 starts, an 0-1 record, has allowed 30 hits, 15 runs, 14 earned, has walked 16 but struck out 36. He has hit 5 batters as well, a 3.600 ERA over 35 innings pitched so far this summer for the Dodge City A's. It will be Jackson, Calder, and Schaefer due up here in the top of the 7th for the BeeJays, and they will step in to face the new pitcher, Fuga. First delivery coming to Jackson. A swing and fouled off. Jackson down in the count, 0-1. One delivery. Fuga taking quite a bit of time out on the mound, and time finally called by Jackson. He will step out of the batter's box, and Fuga remains with his right foot on the mound. Fuga working from the third base side of the rubber. And the 0-1 delivery. Fuga has his sign and come set. 0-1 lined, ground ball just past the outstretched arms of Gallion at second. Runner aboard for the BeeJays. That will bring in Ethan Calder. Calder, a ground out to second, a ground out to short, and a ground out to first. And some confusion, evidently, as Peter Tassler talking back at the mount or at the dugout. So I'm not sure if there's an issue with Fuga. So possibly a vision issue happening between Fuga and Tassler as twilight hours beginning here at Cavalier Field. The light's in effect, but Fuga maybe not able to see what is being called, and that likely the case as Tassler showing signs across his body. As we take a mound visit, and this will go back to work. Runner on, nobody out. After River Jackson grounded one past Gallion at second. So we will go back to work with Calder. Calder 0 for 3 in this ball game. Has been the last out all 3 times he's been at the plate. Will not be that way. Well, I'm not going to say that right now because it still could happen. But the first pitch to him missing for ball number 1. Fuga looks over at first. The 1-0 delivery missing outside makes it 2-0. This game over the 2-hour mark. Just now into the top of the second. It was a half hour to play the bottom of the fourth. It saw the A's plate 8. That pitch missing, a 3-0 count now to Calder. The last 3 innings have seen this game grind to a slow pace, and a 4-pitch walk will put runners on first and second for the BeeJays. And the BeeJays back in business again here in the top of the 7th, trailing by just 2. 18, count it, 18 combined runs between these two teams through the first 6 innings of play here in Dodge City. Runners on first and second brings in the catcher Schaefer. He himself walked on his last time up. First pitch delivered outside for ball 1. A single and a walk have put runners on first and second. Nobody out. The 1-0 delivery right down the heart of the plate called strike 1. One delivery. Pitch misses low, bouncing in the turf, will make it 2-1. Two and 1, the count to the catcher Schaefer. Nobody out. Fuga comes set. Delivers, chopped, and goes foul. Will even the count at 2 apiece. The BeeJays would work themselves into something similar back in the 6th inning as they would draw a walk, get on an error, hit a double. The first 4 batters reaching safely. Runner at second goes. Tassler not able to hold on to it. A 3-2 count. And the count runneth full again to Schaefer. Runners on the corners. Nobody out. The payoff pitch coming from Fuga. Comes set. Delivers a high ball 4. And that will load the bases of BeeJays. Back-to-back walks. Both sides of the pitching staffs struggling to maintain contact with the strike zone here tonight. Brings in Kusamoto. Kusamoto on an error his last time up. He would ground out and walk before that. Bases loaded with nobody away, and the BeeJays threatening the beginning of their own right here in the top of the 7th. The first pitch to the designated hitter, called strike off the outer edge. Kusamoto down in the count, 0-1. Fuga looking in, has his sign come set. Winds picking up out of the south here at Cavalier Field. Kicks and fires the 0-1. It is chopped on the infield. They'll go to first. Not in time. That will load the bases, and 1 run scores.
That's the highest chopper I think I've seen at least this season. I mean, that was way up there. Third baseman.
A infield single for Kusamoto as the BeeJays now within 1. Colton Kaiser steps in, a double his last time up. An error and a strikeout before that. Nobody out, bases loaded for the BeeJays. 1 run has scored, and the BeeJays, a chopper down the third base line, will fall foul, and falling in the count 0-1 is Kaiser. Kaiser, the 9-hole hitter for the BeeJays. His 4th time at the plate as the BeeJays completing their 4th trip through the batting order here. The BeeJays, 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, 4 in the 6th, and 1 so far here in the 7th. 19 combined runs between these two teams. 0-1 delivery, missing low, makes it 1-1. This game approaching the 2.5-hour mark as we have finally entered the latter third of this ball game. Swung on and missed. That will move the count to 1-2 for the center fielder Kaiser. 1-2. Fuga looks in, getting his sign. Has what he wants and comes set. 1-2 delivery coming to Kaiser as he kicks and fires, missing outside, evening the count at 2 apiece. Still nobody out here in the top of the 7th. 2-2 count. Fuga set. Kicks and fires, and it is swung on. Kaiser will go down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight, and that turns the lineup over. The first out of the inning, bases loaded, 1 run scored, and we are headed back to the top of the lineup to Isaac Webb. Webb has been at the plate every inning in this ball game except the 2nd and 5th. Isaac Webb, a single his last time up. First pitch to him, a curveball right down the pipe for strike number 1. And it appears that Zaid Cisneros warming up in the bullpen for the Dodge City A's. Connor Williams staying warm down in the BeeJays bullpen. 10-9 BeeJays, bases loaded with 1 away. That pitch blocked well by Tassler. 1-1, the count to Webb. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 away It is singles across the top of the scoreboard here at Cavalier Field.
Baseball league behind 14 and 2 Hayes.
The Hazelarks, leading the top of the Rocky Mountain League, have an automatic bid to the NBC World Series, as they were runners-up in the World Series last year. Likely the BeeJays getting the league automatic bid this year. 2-1 the count to Owen May. Actually, it is Isaac Webb. I apologize. That pitch missing low. It makes it 3-1. Actually,
Not good for a defensive baseball team. Slow moving walks. See it all the time. That when balls hit, legs are heavy, stiff, minds wander.
a 2-1 ball game, or 2-1 count. 1-run ball game, 10-9 in favor of the Dodge City A's. We will go back to work after that discussion again between Tassler and Fuga. 2-1 delivery as he comes set. Kicks and fires, swung on and missed, and that almost looked like a half-hearted swing by Webb. That will even the count at 2 apiece. The A's trying to get out of this inning with only 1 run scored. A double play would be greatly beneficial right here. 2-2 delivery as Fuga sets, kicks, and fires, and it will be fouled back into the screen, and we'll do the 2-2 over again.
I'm messing around.
2-2 the count to the one-hole hitter shortstop, Isaac Webb. Majority of the errors in this ball game on him defensively for the Liberal BeeJays. 2-2 delivery. It will be popped foul and over the press box. We'll do the 2-2 again. BeeJays doing everything they can after they found themselves down 10-4, have made this a 1-run ball game, scoring 5 unanswered so far. 2-2 again as Fuga rocks. He'll kick and fire. The pitch missing high, and the count runneth full. Fuga in danger of walking in the game-tying run with just 1 away. Countdown on the scoreboard, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Gardner drawn in on the corner of the infield. A swing and a miss, and a big strikeout right there. That will make it 2 away for the Liberal BeeJays. Back-to-back strikeouts for Fuga Yambe, and that will bring in the second baseman, Owen May. May, a strikeout victim, his last time up. May would lead off, or get the scoring started for the BeeJays in the first. A home run over the right field wall. Then a triple, a pop out, and a strikeout. 1-0 the count to May, as he is the 7th batter of the inning for the Liberal BeeJays here in the top of the 7th. Bases loaded, 2 away, and the 1-0 delivery coming from Fuga. Pitch missing low and outside makes it 2-0. Bases loaded, nowhere to put an additional base runner. The tying run just 90 feet away. 2 balls, no strikes. Fuga sets. The 2-0 pitch misses low, makes it 3-0. The A's in danger of walking in the tying run. A 3-0 count to Owen May.
Bases loaded. 3-0 pitch to Owen May.
The 3-0 delivery outside, and the tying run coming in as the inning continues.
Scores Calder. Now it's 10-10. Come all the way back. Now 10-4. Make it a 10-10 game. Now here's
6 unanswered so far by the Liberal BeeJays, and the 8th batter of the inning in Walker Polk. Polk would ground out to second his last time up. Polk 1 for 4 in this ball game, a home run and 2 groundouts and a flyout. 1-0 count to Polk. Bases still loaded with 2 away.
Here comes the 1-0.
1-0 pitch. Missing low. It makes it 2-0.
The catcher certainly thought it was a strike. Hassler pointed his hand to where he felt the ball crossed home plate. 2-0 the count to Polk.
6 straight out of the zone for Fuga. A 2-0 count. As he kicks and fires, missing, rather a strike off the outer edge, will make it 2-1 for Polk.
Garcia due up next.
Should Polk get on, it will be Mateo Garcia. Garcia would be the 9th batter of the inning for the BeeJays. 2-1 delivery. Fuga kicks and fires, missing, called strike actually.
2-2 the count.
I apologize on that one, but a 2-2 count. Deuces wild across the top of the scoreboard. Can Fuga come all the way back here, down 2-0? The 2-2 delivery comes set. That pitch is fouled back into the screen, and we'll do the 2-2 over again. This is a type of ball game that has come to a grinding halt and can lull batters out in the field, or not batters, the defense, into not paying attention. The 2-2 pitch. As Fuga fires, it will miss outside, and another full count worked by the BeeJays.
BeeJay runners will run with the pitch. 3-2 with 2 outs.
Full count. The payoff pitch coming from Fuga, and the runners will be off on the pitch. There they go. The pitch swung on and missed. And let's back up here, folks. Fuga Yambe strikes out the side to end this inning. All 3 outs in this inning, a strikeout by Fuga. That ends the inning. It is stretch time in Dodge City. We are tied 10 apiece. We're headed to the bottom of the 7th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Juan Rivera leads off the bottom of the 7th. 1-0 count driven out into left field, one away for the Dodge City A's. Brings in Cooper Schneider, who walked on his last time up. Connor Williams working his 3rd inning of work. A foul ball. Count should be 0-1. No indication from home plate umpire. And we will go to work. The 0-1 delivery missing. Called strike on the outer edge makes it 0-2. A fly ball and caught by the center fielder Kaiser for out number 2. I hear my counterpart talking about some wild games. One that comes to mind for me, I believe it was 4 years ago, the A's playing in Liberal, leading by 9 runs going into the top of the 9th. The A's would give up 9 runs and would end up being a 15-inning, 5-inning ball game that would begin at 7 o'clock at night and end just past midnight. As Jordan Black grounds out to end the inning for the Dodge City A's. We're headed to the top of the 8th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Zaid Cisneros enters in the top of the 8th as the 3rd pitcher in this ball game after Fuguyambe would work just 1 inning. The first pitch he throws to the leadoff hitter Mateo Garcia in for ball number 1, and I apologize, starting to lose my voice after this game approaching now the 2 hours and 45-minute mark. A swing and a miss, and that will even the count at 1 apiece.
10, 12, and 5. The line for the BeeJays. 10, 9, and 3. Line for the A's. Low.
They say he goes around on that one will move the count to 1-2.
Jackson Calder with BeeJays. Red top straight hands here in Dodge City tonight.
1-2 delivery by Cisneros, catching the outer edge of the zone, and Garcia not happy with the call by home plate umpire, tosses his bat at the dugout as he goes down looking, one away for the BeeJays. That will bring in River Jackson. Jackson hit the single that led off the 2-run inning for the BeeJays back in the top of the 7th. Cisneros comes set. The delivery, a check swing, and called strike anyway. Down in the count, 0-1 is Jackson. Jackson himself displeased in that call. 0-1 the count to him. Cisneros working from the first base side of the rubber. Comes set. 0-1 delivered, swung on and missed. Down in the count, 0-2 is Jackson. Cisneros with 13 innings pitched on the season for the Dodge City A's, making his 8th appearance, a 1-1 record. And that pitch swung on and missed, going down on strikes. 2 away for the BeeJays. The A's trying to get something going as the BeeJays have come back. 6 unanswered runs since the A's led 10-4. That will bring in Ethan Calder. Calder walked on his last time up. The first pitch, a fly ball, and it will get down in shallow right center field for a hit. 1 runner on for the BeeJays. That brings up Silas Schaefer, the catcher. He would walk on the last 2 times he's been at the plate. 2 flyouts and 2 walks the night for Silas Schaefer. The pitch, missing low, 1-0. Dodge City A's with another person down in the bullpen, I believe Bryson Adair, and work being stopped at this point. The pitch missing low. It moves the count 2-0. Again, the A's will have the night off tomorrow night as that game postponed due to umpire issues. The A's will play in Liberal Monday night to finish the league series, looking for a win here tonight to set up a possible split on the season with these Liberal BeeJays. 2-0 pitch, called strike on the outer edge, moves the count 2-1. 2 away for the BeeJays after back-to-back strikeouts to start the top of the 8th. And the A's trying to get their bats going. Runner goes, and the throw down to second, not in time. A 3-1 count. Actually, a 2-2 count. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Runner on second. Deuces wild. The pitch swung on and missed, and they will make the throw down to first to complete the strikeout. And that will end the inning as Fugayambe struck out the side in the 7th, and now Zaid Cisneros strikes out the side here in the 8th. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th, a 10-10 ball game. And it will be Olson, Gallion, and Williams due up. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. The A's would like to thank our Grand Slam sponsors, the City of Dodge City and Ford County, Community Foundation of Southwest Kansas, Curbs Law Office, Lewis Automotive Group, McDonald's Kill Enterprises LLC. We will also thank our home run sponsors, Conant Construction LLC, Dodge City Kenworth, Duke Energy, I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar, Jimmy John's, Parker Haskins Insurance Incorporated, Rabine Brothers Law Firm, Service Master, Tommy's Express Car Wash, Will Fisher Distributing, and Walmart. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. Connor Williams stepping out for his fourth inning of work. Carter Olson leading off for the Dodge City A's. Olson a fielder's choice, his last time up. The A's at bat here in the bottom of the eighth, a 10-10 ball game. And a 2-0 count to Olson. Olson grounds that one foul up the third base side. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count on the leadoff hitter. Carter Olson, a ground out back in the first, would walk on in the third, a double in the fourth, and a fielder's choice in the fifth. His night at the plate for the Dodge City A's. That pitch, a high fly ball, and it will fall out of play. Foul, 2-2 the count to Carter Olson. And that will send kids scattering, trying to gather that one in to take to the concession stand for $1. 2-2 the count for Carter Olson, as he will face Connor Williams. Williams with his sign and come set. The delivery, another high pop-up that will fall foul in the A's bullpen, and the left fielder Garcia on his high horse trying to get to that one. Not able to haul it in. Olson staying alive. The count remains 2-2. 2-2 count. The delivery missing high, and the count runs full for Carter Olson. Olson leading off here in the bottom of the eighth, a 10-10 ball game, as the BeeJays have scored 6 unanswered to tie this one up. Olson will draw the leadoff walk, runner aboard for the Dodge City A's, and that will bring in Alex Gallion. Gallion would line out into center field his last time up. Gallion on the night, a 6-3 ground out in the second and third, would single into left field his last, or in his third at bat, and would line drive out. So Stutz coming in to run for Olson, so the night at the plate for Olson will be done, as Stutz will go to bat if he gets to in the bottom of the ninth, if we get to that point. A 1-0 count to Alex Gallion. Gallion, the second baseman for the Dodge City A's. Let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Liberal BeeJays. We haven't done that in a while. From left to right in the outfield, it is Garcia, Kaiser, and Calder. From third to first on the infield, Jackson, Webb, May, and Polk. Of course, Schaefer behind the dish. A ground ball back at the third baseman. Throw to second for 1. The throw to first wide. And the BeeJays not able to turn the double play. Get 1, but runner on first for the Dodge City A's. So the fielder's choice for Gallion, and that will bring in Nolan Williams, who singled the last 2 times he's been at the plate. The first pitch he sees, he sends fouling out of play over the infield lights for strike number 1. Nolan Williams, a strikeout, a hit by pitch, and 2 singles. That pitch through the legs of the catcher Schaefer. Gallion advancing around second and will stop about 12 feet away from the second base bag. 1-1 the count for Nolan Williams as he will step back in. Of course, Williams, the UT Tyler product, saw his 2 home runs of the season here at Cavalier Field. 1-1 count to Nolan Williams as Connor Williams comes set for the Liberal BeeJays. Gallion back at second. The 1-1 delivery. Grounded to the third baseman. The only throw to first, and Gallion able to retreat back to not hit into a double play. 2 away for the Dodge City A's. That brings in Peter Tassler. Tassler, a strikeout victim his last time up. He is 1 for 4 on the evening with a single. First pitch coming to Tassler. A swing and a miss down in the count, 0-1. Approaching the 3-hour mark here in Dodge City. So we are in the bottom of the 8th, a 10-10 ball game. 0-1 delivery, a lazy swing by Peter Tassler. Tassler down in the count, 0-2. Williams looking in from the mound for the BeeJays, has his sign and come set. 0-2 delivery off the outer edge of the plate. 1-2.
Hayes has knocked off Denver tonight up at Marks Park, 12-2 on the Browns Furniture scoreboard.
1-2 pitch coming from Connor Williams. He looks back at second. Has what he wants and delivers. A swing and a miss, and that will end the inning. We are tied, headed to the top of the 9th, as the BeeJays have scored 6 unanswered to tie this ball game. We're headed to the top of the 9th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Well, we have finally worked our way into the final 2 frames of regulation baseball here at Cavalier Field. We're tied at 10-10 as we head into the top of the 9th. Let's take a step back and recap how we got here. The BeeJays would lead off, scoring 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 4 in the 6th, and 2 in the 7th to give them the 10 runs at the time. The A's would be held scoreless. They would break it open in the bottom of the 3rd. They would score 1, and it was the big inning, the bottom of the 4th. 8 runs for the Dodge City A's to give them the 9-4 lead at the time, and the A's would lead 10-4 before the BeeJays would score 6 unanswered to come back and tie this ball game. Kusamoto leading off for the Liberal BeeJays, takes the first pitch. He sees for strike one. That pitch fouled off. Down in the count, 0-2 is Kusamoto. Cisneros would strike out the side as he would face just 4 in the bottom of the 8th, or top of the 8th rather, for the Liberal BeeJays. Kusamoto throws the edge of the bat out, fouls that one off, will do the 0-2 over again. Everybody moving slowly here as we are now eclipsing the 3-hour mark in this ball game. It's been a long one here at Cavalier Field. The A's looking to make the trip to Liberal on Monday. Hazelarks beating the Denver Cougars 12-2 earlier tonight. That pitch grounded up the first base line. Gardner beating out the legwork of Kusamoto. 1 away for the BeeJays. One away for the BeeJays, and that will bring in the 9-hole hitter, Colden Kaiser. Kaiser, a strikeout, his last time up. 2 strikeouts in this ball game for Kaiser, sandwiched between is an error and a double. 1-0 count to Kaiser. The 1-0 pitch from Cisneros, a high pop-up going over the infield lights, will fall foul. 1-1. I believe it is Bryson Adair down in the bullpen for the Dodge City A's, and there was work also in the BeeJays bullpen. That pitch missing low, it makes it 2-1. Dodge City A's trying to hold the BeeJays at bay here to set up a walk-off in the bottom of the 9th. That pitch grounded foul, and that will even the count at 2 apiece with 1 away. Cisneros stepping back on to get ready for the 2-2 pitch. Has his sign, comes set, delivers a fly ball, easily playable by Nolan Williams, 2 away for the BeeJays.
Next up for the BeeJays, the leader, number 3, Isaac Webb.
The BeeJays turn the lineup over as Isaac Webb steps in for his 6th time at the plate. Would strike out twice in this ball game. A ground ball that gets through the gap. Runner aboard for the BeeJays. Brings in Owen May. May walked on his last time up. May led off the scoring for the Liberal BeeJays back in the first. A solo shot over the right field wall. And he will step in with 2 away and 1 on. Time being held to allow Alex Gallion to get back into play, and Jordan Black backing up that throw is Owen May stealing early. And the go-ahead run for the BeeJays now in scoring position. 2 away, a 0-1 count to Owen May. Cisneros delivers on the outer edge, called ball, evens a count at 1 apiece. 1-1 the count for Owen May. May the home run, a triple, a pop out, and a strikeout, and a walk. Runner goes. He's caught in a pickle, and he will be tagged out on the base paths. That will end the inning. The A's set up for the walk-off victory as the BeeJays got greedy on the base paths and would get caught stealing to end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the ninth. It is 10-10. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. We'll take this time to thank our triple sponsor, Cargill Meat Solutions, along with our double sponsors, Best Water of Southwest Kansas, Danny Thomas, Farm Bureau Wealth Management, and C. Fragon, Garcia and Antosh, Hinton Plumbing Service, ITC Great Plains LLC, Kelly Hendricks DDS, Kirby Meat Company, Victory Electric Cooperative Association Incorporated, Village Square Merchants, and Winter Livestock. 2-0 count to Brian Gardner, leading off here in the bottom of the ninth. Called strike makes it 2-1. The A's trying to walk it off here, just as they did against the Rough Riders back on Monday night. A swing and a miss, 2-2 the count to Brian Gardner. Gardner, a pop out to the second baseman, his last time up. 2-2 delivery by Connor Williams, chopped to the shortstop, throw to first in time for out number one. That will bring in the 9-hole hitter and third baseman, Jordan Rodriguez. Rodriguez would ground out, or rather a line drive, his last time up. Called strike, down in the count, 0-1, is Rodriguez. That pitch, a line drive, scalded right at the fence. Down in the count, 0-2, is Rodriguez. Williams, the 0-2 delivery, a fly ball that gets down out into left field. Runner aboard for the Dodge City A's with one away. It was aggressive base running that got the A's out of a runner-on situation in the top of the ninth, and we will see what the A's do here as they turn the lineup over to Juan Rivera. Rivera takes the first pitch he sees for strike number one. Sixth time Rivera has been at the plate here in the bottom of the ninth. He flew out to left his last time up. Takes that pitch, evens the count at one apiece. 2 errors, a walk, a ground out, and a fly out the night for Juan Rivera. Fouls that one off, down in the count 1-2, 1 away, and the go-ahead run on base for the Dodge City A's at first. 1-2 delivery. Williams looks over at first. The pitch comes inside. That will even the count at 2 apiece. The 2-2 delivery. Williams again looking at first. Rodriguez not a huge threat to steal. The pitch missing to the outside, and the count runs full to Juan Rivera. A payoff pitch coming from Connor Williams. Come set. Runner goes, and a walk drawn by Juan Rivera. 2 on with 1 away. And the go-ahead run now in scoring position as Cooper Schneider steps in for the Dodge City A's. Schneider flew out to center his last time up. Called strike on the outer edge, down in the count 0-1 for Cooper Schneider.
Rodriguez on second. He's there with 1 out.
1-1, the count as that pitch blocked by the catcher Silas keeps the runners at first and second. Again, the tie or the go-ahead run for the Dodge City A's in scoring position. 1-1 count, 1 away. Pitch bounced in front of home plate, and that will make the count 2-1 for Cooper Schneider. I could see Schneider attempting a bunt up the first base line to move the runners over. 2-1 delivery. Williams looks back at second. They pitch up and in. Gets Schneider scooting back out of the box. It is 3-1, the count to Schneider. Williams steps back on. Williams in his 5th inning of work for the BeeJays. A bad pitch right here could load the bases. Pitch high and outside, that does just exactly that. Bases loaded for the Dodge City A's. The go-ahead run just 90 feet away. We're going to have a mound visit from head coach Jared Maeda for the Liberal BeeJays. We're going to keep it, see if he makes a pitching change right here. The A's have loaded the bases here in the bottom of the ninth, and the go-ahead run just 90 feet away as the BeeJays infield wants to have a discussion on what to do. I could almost guarantee you that they will draw the entire infield in on this play, as Jordan Black will be at bat when we resume play. Jordan Black on the evening, a fly out, 2 walks, 3 walks rather, and a ground out. Maeda opts to leave Connor Williams on the mound, bases loaded with 1 away. Jordan Black steps in, and barring anything other than a double play, the A's could walk it off. First pitch to Jordan Black, called strike on the outer edge. makes it 0-1. The 0-1 delivery. Connor Williams goes down low, a block by Silas Schaefer. And the BeeJay pitching staff need to give a huge thanks to the work that that man has done behind the plate tonight. 1-1 count. Called strike, a little low, but called strike nonetheless. 1-2 the count to Jordan Black. One ball, two strikes, one away, bases loaded, bottom of the ninth. We're tied 10-10, and the go-ahead run 90 feet away. Jordan Black puts it in play, and the A's are going to walk it off right here. The single, the walk-off by Jordan Black. The A's take this one from the BeeJays. They win it 11-10 in 9 long innings. A 2-hour and 15-minute ball, or 3-hour and 15-minute ball game for the Dodge City A's as they are victorious here, setting up the A's for a series split down in Liberal on Monday. The A's will travel to Liberal Monday night to take on the BeeJays in Game 4 of the series. The A's now in the series 2-1, they trail the series 2-1 against the Liberal BeeJays. We're going to start to wrap this one up as we will thank our single sponsors, David H. Snap LC, Jason and Wendy Barnett, John Wilkerson, Julian Manuel Garcia, Robert White, Roger Hedrick, and Mead Lumber. They are our single sponsors, and we thank them for sponsoring at Dodge City A's baseball. The A's would fall behind early in this ball game as the BeeJays would take a 3-0 lead headed into the third, as the A's would lead off with a flyout. Jordan Rodriguez would hit a single to get on, followed by a walk by Juan Rivera, a strikeout of Cooper Schneider, and another walk by Carter Olson that would set up the score for Jordan Rodriguez. The A's trailing 3-1 at that point. The BeeJays would plate another one to make it 4-1 headed into the bottom of the fourth. And as I've said it before, the disastrous fourth inning for the Liberal BeeJays, as the A's would send 11 to the plate and score 8 runs. That 8-run inning set up by Nolan Williams leading off with a hit by pitch, a single by Peter Tassler, a walk by Jordan Rodriguez that would load the bases, and then an error for Juan Rivera, a single by Cooper Schneider. Jordan Black would walk, a double from Carter Olson, as the A's would not only bat around but send 11 to the plate and score 8 in that inning. The A's would add another one in the bottom of the fifth before the BeeJays would score 6 unanswered to set up a 10-10 ball game going into the ninth. And Zaid Cisneros would strike out the side in the eighth to set up the ninth inning, as he would face just 4 in the top of the ninth. As Kusamoto would come in to lead off the ninth, he would go ground out 3U. Holden Kaiser would fly out to right. Isaac Webb would get on with a single and steal over to second, and would get caught stealing, trying to get into scoring position at third base. That would set up the ever so critical ninth inning. Brian Gardner led off the bottom of the ninth for your Dodge City A's. He would ground out to the shortstop. Jordan Rodriguez would come in, hit a single out into shallow left center field. Juan Rivera would walk. Cooper Schneider would walk. That would load the bases. And then the man of the night, Jordan Black, would come in, step in, and take a 1-2 pitch, drive it out into left field for a single to score Jordan Rodriguez. Rodriguez wins it for the Dodge City A's on the walk-off single by Jordan Black. The A's win this one 11-10. I am Justin Hergert, was alongside with Matthew Sandoval here tonight. The A's victorious. They will be back in action Monday night at Brent Gould Field, saying so long and farewell. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.